Hey everyone, my name is Masha, and in this video I'm going to be doing this cool and unusual snowflake bracelet. Right, so this time I decided to go with a normal pattern again, but a different type of normal pattern, a type that I've never actually done before. If you look at the pattern, which is linked below so you can actually make the bracelet yourself, you may notice that some of the knots in some of the rows are completely absent. They're just entirely missing. So in some of the places you just don't need to make knots at all. And making that results in a really cool effect. You might have seen that in the preview at the beginning of the video. Some of the strings at the sides of the bracelet don't have knots on them, so it's just plain thread sticking out from the sides, which I think makes a really cool effect. And yeah, I've seen these types of bracelets going around. They were quite popular at some point, and a lot of people were making patterns like that, but I've never actually made one myself. It just didn't happen, I don't know why. But I decided it would be quite fitting for the whole Christmas thing, seeing as this one has cute little snowflakes in it with alternating colours and diamonds. So like the shape of the bracelet is like a diamond. So yeah, I thought it looked quite cute and I thought I'd try it, and I gave it a shot and I say I quite liked it. I think the whole thread sticking out is a very interesting effect. Like, normally that doesn't happen on a bracelet, and I think it looks very interesting. And if you spread it out a bit, it sort of waves in and out, and I think that looks really cool and quite fitting for the aesthetic of the bracelet. So yeah, I'd recommend you try it. This bracelet is actually quite easy to make. Because there are so many knots missing, there's so many knots in the rows that you just don't have to do, it's actually really quick to make. So this bracelet, for example, took me under 2 hours. It took me like an hour and 50 minutes, which is insane, because usually, I mean, obviously it depends on how thick the bracelet is, how many threads you have to use, and how difficult the design is, but in general, normal patterns take me about 4 hours, whereas this one didn't even take 2. So that's literally twice as quick, you know? And alpha bracelets usually take me like 5 to 6 hours, depending on how thick it is as well. But yeah, this is a very standard length bracelet. I made it for I think 14 centimeters or around that. So yeah, it only took me under 2 hours. So I definitely recommend it. It's a very quick bracelet to make if you know what you're doing and if you follow the pattern correctly. But I would say that making the bracelet look nice definitely takes practice. So this was my first ever attempt at doing this, and because I'm making forward knots and I'm making them with my right hand, and my right hand is also my dominant hand, I feel like when I was tying the knots, I sort of tied them a bit too tight on the right side. So that resulted in the right side of the diamond sort of pushing up a bit higher than the one on the left. So I had to like readjust it on every diamond that I make, but it still turned out a bit uneven. So all of the diamonds on the right side, all the threads to the right side of the diamond are a bit more bunched up than the ones on the left. So it definitely takes practice. But I mean, I think it's a pretty good first attempt for me. I really enjoyed making it. I think it was really fun. I don't know, it's just really different to what I'm used to doing. So just that aspect of it was fun, and also the fact that it was so quick to make was also pretty cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And while I was making it, I was actually rewatching Friends. Oh, my favorite show, honestly. I've seen it so many times by now. But yeah, I don't know, whenever I make a bracelet, I always do something. So I'm either watching a TV show or a movie or some kind of YouTube video or something, or I'm like listening to an audiobook or just music. So I'm always doing something else when I am making bracelets. And whenever I finish the bracelet, the thing that I was doing is always associated then with the bracelet. I don't know, it's weird. Human brains are weird machines. But yeah, whenever I look at a bracelet that I have made, I always know what it was that I was doing while I was making that bracelet. So whenever I look at this bracelet now, I just think of Friends and, I don't know, all the episodes that I've seen while I was making it. I don't know, I just love Friends. And also the last episode that I was watching while making this bracelet was actually a Christmas episode, which I thought was quite fitting. Yeah, I don't know, if any of you haven't seen Friends, I thoroughly recommend it. I don't think any people exist like that. I feel like everybody has watched Friends by now, unless you are not very old. So like a young person, maybe you haven't, but I don't know. It's just a great show. I really recommend it. But yeah, that making a Christmas bracelet and watching Friends, especially the last episode that I watched this the day that I was making it, it being a Christmas episode, just puts me more into the Christmas spirit. It's great. Honestly, it's amazing. There's 2 weeks left until Christmas. Oh, it's perfect. And also I have a Christmas dinner coming up with my friends, and we're meeting next week. We're gonna have a lovely dinner all together, ignoring all of our deadlines, trying to stay sane together, providing moral support. And yeah, we're gonna exchange gifts, we're gonna make nice Christmas food. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, also next week I am off for the holidays. I'm going to fly home. Some of you may know I live in London and I am English, but I'm also Russian, and my parents live in Russia, in Moscow to be specific, and that is actually where I have lived the past couple of years. I now live here in London and I study at university. But yeah, I'm gonna fly home next week to see my family and spend the holidays back in Moscow with all my friends and all my family, and it's gonna be great. I haven't seen them since August, so I'm really looking forward to it, and it's gonna be great. It's so important to see your loved ones over the holidays, and I don't know, it's such a great time. You want to share it with people you love, and I really want to do that. And also, Moscow is already very snowy, and to be honest, I don't really like snow because I have lived in Moscow for so long, and just snow is there constantly. Throughout most of the year, we just have snow in Moscow. So I'm very excited now that I live in London. We don't really have snow. Yeah, but still, snow is just a part of the festive period for me because I have lived in Moscow for so many years. So I'm really excited to go back and be able to experience the snow a little bit, which is the perfect amount. I don't need it all year, I just need it a little bit. Why can't just life be perfect like that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna see some snow, maybe make a snowman. I haven't done that in years. Maybe have a little snowball fight with like my sister or something. I don't know, it's gonna be great. Also, maybe I'll go some ice skating. I love that. Sounds like fun. I should definitely do that. But yeah, the best part of all about going home for the holidays is the fact that by the time that I go home for the holidays, I will not have any other coursework deadlines. So that's something I look forward to very much. A period in my life where I will not be stressed out of my mind. But yeah, how are you guys gonna spend your, I don't want to say Christmas break because it's not just Christmas, it's a lot of different holidays. For example, I mentioned this in the previous video, but because I am Russian, we celebrate the New Year more than we celebrate Christmas. In fact, we don't actually celebrate Christmas at all. We just celebrate the New Year. So yeah, for the holiday period, what are you going to be doing for the holiday period? Let me know. As I said, I'm going to be spending it with family back at home, and it's going to be a great time. I'm going to see my friends, my family, and my cats. So that's great. And then, the New Year, I'm quite looking forward to the New Year. I always look forward to the New Year. It's also such a magical time after, the whole Christmas thing. I said that I don't celebrate it, but I still get into the Christmas spirit and stuff, and I really enjoy it, but the New Year is a bit different. It's a fresh start, it's a new start, and it's just time to reflect on all of your goals that you've set out the previous year, evaluate it, and set out some new goals for the next year and hopefully achieve all of them. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to the new year, just to sit down and really think about what I want to do and how I want to do it, and make a plan and hopefully stick to it. I've been pretty good with sticking to my plan this year, as you probably can tell. I mean, I've been pretty consistent posting videos to this channel, and this was something that I wanted to do for a while, and yeah, I'm really excited. So that's definitely something I'm going to be doing throughout the next year. I have a lot of video ideas that I want to do, and no time to do them, but hopefully we'll have more time in the new year. So yeah. Back to the bracelet. I don't know, I found it really interesting to make, just because it is a different technique that I've never done before. I found it quite intriguing as to how it would all work out, because when you don't have knots at all on some of the rows, they sort of shift and they wiggle into weird places, so you can see me adjusting it in some areas. It wasn't very comfortable, I'm not gonna lie, but I think you can get used to it if you do it a bunch of times. Oh, right, so we are done. I quite like this bracelet. I think it turned out really beautiful. I definitely recommend you trying it. As I said, the pattern is down in the description. It's very quick and easy to make, so go for it. It's fun. Give it a try. And if you ever make anything based on any of my videos, feel free, actually don't feel free, definitely do, send me a picture on Instagram. I'd love to see it. You can DM me, you can tag me, I don't mind. I always love to see you guys' creations whenever I inspire you to do something. It's just, I don't know, it's very fulfilling for me. So I'd love it if you could share if you ever do make anything. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Previously, job's a joke, you broke, now lost the whole thing. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day or week, in your